So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give 3 pointers on how and why you should have a certain standard and what having a certain standard will do in terms or in relation to having your tribe follow you. Now, first things first is that many people talk to you on what they have planned for you to do, but they don't do it themselves. And the thing is, everybody loves telling, but what have you done? Now, it's obviously easier said than done to continue to do things, but it's a lot easier to get someone to do what you do if you do it first. Does that make sense? So when it comes to operating at a higher standard, you want to do the higher standard first before you want other people to operate at a higher standard. Now, you'll notice that there's a specific reason why I do not speak about making money on my videos. I do not speak about the action steps regarding making money. And that's because I haven't mastered that level yet enough for me to feel worthy to speak about the action steps to show you how to make money. Yes, making money is subjective. I could make $1 million and then say I am worthy on it. I could make 10 million, say I'm unworthy. I can make 100 and say I'm worthy. Or I could make 1 million and say I'm not worthy, make a 10 and say I'm not worthy, or make 100 and say I'm not worthy yet to speak on it. So everything regarding making money is subjective, but I don't speak about it because I feel I am not at a point yet where I have fully ironed out the formula where I can actually give you actionable steps to follow that will help you work. So my duty is to always make sure that I can give you something that will work for you today. Now, if you have a comment on that, just drop your comments in or your thoughts in the comment section. I do want to know what you think about that in terms of many people talking to you on what they have planned for you and not doing it themselves. It's almost like many people talk the talk but do not walk the walk. Please share your comments. I do want to know what you think about that. But that is something I do notice, that in order for me to hold myself to a higher standard or to let others around me follow me and follow the standard I want to set, I have to lead by example. I have to do that everything first before they do it. And some simple example will be working out. Some simple example will be reading. Some simple example will be getting up early. Some simple example will be keeping your room clean. There are so many different points in your life that you can do, especially if you're living with people, that will allow them to see you not by what you tell them, but by what you do. Very, very critical to lead by what you do first. And you will go through battles because I'll touch on it a few, but that's the first pointer. The second point is that you can have different limitations or different max capacities in different areas of your life. And that is okay. Don't feel bad about it. For example, out of 100, you can be a 47 in health and you can be a 60 in finances, okay? And that's based on your own standards or your desired standards for yourself. Now, our job is to keep driving these limits aggressively as much as possible every single day. Now, let's say that 5 years ago, for example, your limitations in health was here, your limitations in finances was here, and your limitations in work was here. Now, what happens is that you have these 3 layers here, all right? Now, you might be able to push harder, for example, in work, which is this one, because it was health, finances, work. You might be able to push harder in work, and it might be extremely hard for you to push yourself in finances, which is this one, or health, which is this one, and that's totally fine. Your goal is just to focus on driving each of those limits as much as possible. So the health one, which is here, we want to focus on driving that one up and breaking through our limitations. And the finances one, we want to focus on driving this one up and breaking through our limitations. And then the work one, we want, even though we have a higher limitation, a higher max capacity here, we want to focus on driving our work one up. So across the span of 5 years, all these areas, now let's break out the work because I don't have 3 hands, but let's say we have 2, we have work and finances here, or let's do health, which was the first one, and we have finances here. But I don't really want to talk about money, so let's talk about just work, inputs to work. So we have health and we have work here. If we start here at the bottom, okay, and our output out of 100, our level, our limitation is at this level. Let's say this is a 47, let's say this is a 60. Irrespective of the different capacities that you have, your goal is to continue to raise each category or each area of your life as much as possible every single day. And it's going to be hard in certain categories. Like I said, it might be easier for you to push in work, and it might be harder for you to push in health, but you want to continue to raise all of that. Now, to refrain from me telling you, this is what I focus on, and this is how I see different areas of my life. Like right now, there are certain areas where it's easier for me to push in than others. For some areas, I have certain limitations, certain blockages where it is harder for me to drive as aggressively, as effectively, with real grit compared to other areas of my life. And I accept that, and that is totally fine. But I am aware that no matter what, I just continue to raise the bar in each area of my life. And that's what I focus on. My focus is to drive the limits in all areas of my life. So that's the point number 2, is that you can have different limitations in different categories of your life. But that's okay. Don't feel bad about it. Just know that you want to continue to raise the bar in each category, irrespective of the level where it's at. So if you gain value from this, please like, comment, and subscribe. We post videos like this every single week, and we're going to drop a lot of what I'm going through. I'm going to share it with you because I do want you to continue to see exactly how I see, and I want you to take a few things of the few things that I can share. So subscribe and put on the notification bell so that you can actually get notified every time we drop a video, which comes out every single week. Pointer number 3, this is the last one, is that you want to see yourself as someone that operates at a different level, as someone that performs with a different intensity with life. Okay? For example, this morning I created a workout, and the workout, when I created it, was tougher than what I expected the workout to be. But I knew that I could do it because of the fact that I just brought it. I came up with that workout. Sometimes you'll realize that your spirit will utter a certain workout for yourself, knowing that it can do the workout. But you'll find that the mind resists because the mind is scared to go through that pain, even though the mind can go through that pain. So I hope you paid attention to that. So this morning, anyways, I created a workout. It was tougher than I imagined, especially as I started uttering the breakdown of the workout. But because I see myself to a different standard, I see myself as someone that operates at a different level, at a different intensity, I knew that no matter how I feel or how tired I got in that specific workout, I have to finish, and I will finish, because that's how I carry myself as. It was 1 hour, 1.5 hours of just extremely pure torture. But guess what? We finished the workout. So, moral of the point number 3 is that see yourself to a higher standard, and see yourself as someone that operates at a different level, as someone that performs with a different intensity to life. Because what's going to happen is that the people who also perform at your intensity will gravitate towards you, and you'll be able to build a following, to build a tribe, to build your team, to build the people that you actually want to surround yourself with, which is people that operate at your intensity, at your level, operate at your class. And this can be class in terms of how you carry yourself. This can be level in terms of your health output, your work output, or whatever that may be. But the moral of the story is see yourself as someone that operates at a different intensity. Now, I'm not comparing really to anyone else, but more comparing to yourself. So if you guys got value from this content, if you guys got value from this video, drop a like. What we do, actually, by the way, before I forget, is that we have material that has completely transformed my life. And what we do is that as part of our subscriber list, we're able to actually target and send these free courses, these free material to you specifically as a subscriber. So if you do want all the free material that is changing my life right now, subscribe to the channel, because we'll be able to target you, and we'll be able to actually send you these courses, send you these logins as a subscriber. It is something that you can do.